You cannot force a flower to bloom. The flower has to bloom on its own. And a flower always buds before it blooms. A flower can bud for a very long time before it blooms. But you cannot force it, you cannot rush it because nature takes time. And if the flower is still budding, there's a purpose for the budding. The best thing to do is to nurture the plant, to continue to give it sunlight, continue to give it water, nurture it, give it what it needs, to give it the energy, give it the nurture. Let it continue to bud, let it continue to burst through the dirt. And then once it's time, once the flower is ready to bloom, the flower will bloom. The flower that blooms in adversity is the most beautiful of all. A lot of times, you are in your budding season. You are this flower that is ready to bloom. However, you're still budding. You're still bursting through the dirt. You're still moving through the darkness, coming out to the light. You can feel like you're navigating through this very dark phase, this very dark place you are in your life, but you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You see the light. You see yourself getting ready to get through the exit, but you gotta continue to keep pressing forward. That's the energy where you feel like something's going to break through. You feel like something's going to change. Something's going to have a positive impact in your life. You can feel it coming, but you know you still got a little bit more ways to go. You got to just keep pushing forward. You got to keep pushing through. You're in your budding season. And when you're ready to bloom, you will bloom. And you will know that you have bloomed because your energy will just feel different. You will feel as if you've shed a layer of yourself and you are a brand new version that you have never been before. Because with every breakthrough, parts of you have to break down before the breakthrough. You always shed a layer when you break through. So for those of you that feel like people are rushing your process, people that feel like you should have bloomed by now is basically what they see. You should be further along than where you are now. People that expect more of you, people that see your potential and they see how successful you can be, but they see you haven't reached it yet. You haven't achieved it yet. Listen, don't let people rush you. Don't let people rush your process because your birthing process, your budding process is unique to you. And even if you have to bud for a very long time, the stronger you will be once you bloom. Because you are going to bloom so amazingly that you're going to need to have the strength down into your roots to be able to bloom and continue to bloom. So when you are in that budding season, when a flower is in the budding season, the roots are strengthening, the roots are stretching from underneath the dirt. It's stretching further and further. The further those roots stretch, the longer that flower will bloom. Right now, you are getting in touch with your roots, your wounds, your traumas, your pains, all the things that you have overcome, because that pain is alchemized now into power. As you strengthen that power, you are strengthening the roots. You are strengthening your chakras. Your chakras are your roots. We are the human version of trees. Our chakras, our roots are within us. Your blood vessels, your veins are the roots connected directly to your chakras. Your chakras is the energetic part. Your veins and your blood is the physical body part. It's the physical body manifestation of your chakras. So as you are strengthening your chakras, all of that energy and strength just goes into your blood veins. It stretches all through you. You become a brand new person. You become reborn, refined. For every pruning process, there is a purpose for the longevity of it. For every budding season, there is strength that is coming as you bud. So do not get discouraged because you feel as if you need to be further along, or you should have been further along by now. You are in your budding season. Your roots are stretching, your roots are strengthening, the seeds inside of you are gaining more strength, power, energy, momentum. So that way, when you bloom, seeds can come from that flower and produce even more flowers. You're growing your seeds because this one flower is going to be birth of many flowers that is going to come, because more flowers will be birthed from that flower because of the seeds that are planted. It will all connected. Like for you, once you bloom, you will have more versions of you that will be connected to this version, more versions that you will grow into. You will bloom because so many things will be connected to you that will come from you blooming. Whatever blessings and achievements and accomplishments that you have will come from you. Things that you will create, things that you will have, things that you will be the first to do within your family. That is the flower blooming, and other flowers blooming from that one flower. And you are a flower. Oh, thank you, Spirit. You are a flower that births a garden. You are a flower that births a garden. You're not just one flower, you are an entire garden. So imagine how long you have to, come on, Spirit, imagine how long you have to be underneath that dirt for those roots to stretch, so that more seeds and more roots can be stretched out, so that the flowers from the garden can bloom. Imagine how many more plants and crops and flowers bloom from that garden, from that one flower. Because you are a person that's going to create a ripple effect into your life. That's what it means by one. You are that flower that is going to birth a garden. And all of the flowers that bloom in your garden are all of the things that you are going to create, the things that are going to come from you, the things that you are going to start, the things that you are going to bring forth, that you are going to birth into your life. You are a gardener. You are a harvester. It's time for you to harvest all that you have planted, all the seeds that you have planted. It's time for you to reap your harvest. You are the gardener. It's time for you to mend to your garden within you. Continue to focus on yourself, focus on your healing, focus on living, not just existing. Focus on romanticizing your life, not just surviving through your life. And watch your life bloom. Watch that flower within you bloom.